Good morning and happy Moon Sign Monday. It is December the 16th, 2024, and the moon is now waning down in Cancer energy because it's coming down from that full moon in Gemini that we had on the 15th. And today, the energy that we pulled from the Moonology Oracle card deck, we pulled it from we pulled from the Moonology Oracle card deck. We pulled Blue Moon, Believe in the Impossible. And it talks about I am lucky. So having the belief that you are lucky, that things will work out in your favor. Now, there are usually 3 full moons between each equinox and solstice. You know, we're about to come into the winter solstice, which is around the 21st, 22nd of this month. It's this year, all of the solstice, and if you haven't noticed, all the moons, full moons, new moons, solstice have been like cusper energies to where, like, let's just say for instance, usually in Sagittarius season, we know we're going to have a full moon in Gemini and a new moon in Sagittarius. They've really been cusper moons if you really go look at the degrees of it, because they've really been on the verge of like almost 28% full moon in Gemini, which is a cusper to almost to a Cancer energy of a moon, more than a Gemini full moon. So it's been a lot of cusper energy. But anyhow, now sometimes though we get 4 full moons in a single season. That is true. When that happens, the third of the seasons, 4 full moons is called a blue moon. At least that was the original definition of a blue moon. These days, it's popular to use the blue moon for the second full moon in any calendar month that has 2 full moons, which we experienced a couple of months ago in October. But the energy for today talks about this. What happens today may only happen once, so some of you getting a rare opportunity. A situation is unlikely to repeat once again. Miss this chance and it might not come back anytime soon. If you can believe it, you can achieve it. So something unusual is happening here, like a once in a lifetime opportunity that some of you need to pay attention to. Could be a conversation, could be a gift, could be something that gets you to the next level, could just be a piece of advice. You know, a lot of times I believe people listen to spiritual readers or motivational speakers, life coaches, counselors, therapists, psychologists, all of that. And they're just waiting on that big thing. And sometimes that big thing starts off as a small thing, as a piece of advice that you use in a situation where the big thing is about to occur. You see what I'm saying with that? So don't try not to take conversations you have with people for granted. Now, how they resonate, and that's another thing too. What do you mean? Take every conversation? Like, don't take every conversation for granted? Yeah, I mean that. So what I mean by that is that now not every conversation is going to hold as much weight as another one, but that doesn't mean dismiss it. That means, realize what's happening in the conversation. And I'm not saying you have to dissect each and every conversation into the deepest parts and the deepest moments, but I don't take anything, like, I pay attention to what's being said to me in a conversation. Now, I don't really pay attention to what's being said about me in conversations that I'm not involved in, because that ain't my business. But things are being said to me in a conversation, when I'm interacting in the conversation, I pay attention to it. And you should too. Now, how much weight it holds in your life after the conversation, that's your business. And you have to be the one to determine that. But start paying attention to the conversation. A lot of people don't pay attention to too many conversations because they're already consumed in their thought of what their next thing they're going to say in the conversation, and they're not really paying attention in the conversation. If you haven't noticed that, a lot of people do that because they're waiting to say their piece or their part, and they're not paying attention in the conversation. And you need to start paying attention in the conversation to the person you're having a conversation with, because there may be gems dropped that you miss because you're just worried about your own thoughts and what the next thing you're going to say, and you miss the whole point of having a conversation. Make sense? Great. You guys stay blessed, stay safe, and stay protected. Don't forget to follow on whatever platform you're on. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Peace.